Zips Football Weekly with Tom Arth. Presented by Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime. Hosted by Joe Dunn. Contributing partners include Summa Health. It's your health. Let's own it together. Miller Lite. It's Miller time. Hilton Akron Fairlawn. Proud to be the host hotel of Zips Football. And the Spaghetti Warehouse. Famous for its 15-layer lasagna.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the weekly edition of Zips Football Weekly with head coach Tom Arth, brought to you as always by the Wentz Financial Group. Well, I hope you're making plans to beat InfoCision Stadium this Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock. The Troy Trojans come in to take on the Zips. That'll be a non-conference game, but we'll talk more about them. And Coach, you've had a few days to kind of digest that game up at Central Michigan. A few good things happened in the second half, but what's your overall look at that game up at Central?
You know, I was really proud of our special teams units. I thought we played very well in the kicking game, which was a really big positive for us and an area that we spent a lot of time working on this past week. So to see that translate and to see our specialists and all the members of those units on special teams come out and play as well as they did was really exciting for us. And offensively and defensively, we were, again, just, up and down, inconsistent throughout the course of the game and really struggled to sustain, any level of success. And, I think when you're doing that, you put yourself in some tough situations. Sure. And unfortunately, we had too many of those and it affected us.
I'd say you made things interesting again in the fourth quarter as you had against UAB. Had that onside kick, got that. Things were looking pretty good, maybe for a dramatic comeback.
I think we all certainly felt that way, and had that confidence and had that belief, and unfortunately, just again, lack of execution in some important moments in that game really kind of held us back from really making it even more interesting. But again, was proud of the guys and proud of the way they hung in there and proud of the way that they fought and continued to rally and make ourselves give ourselves an opportunity to make it close at the end.
Let's go back up to Kelly Short Stadium up on the campus of Central Michigan University to pick up highlights from Saturday's game against the Chippewas, courtesy of ESPN. Coach, a beautiful day for football. We get the football to begin and just can't move it.
Yeah, got off to a good start, had a good play on first down, and then unfortunately, converted a third down due to penalty, and then kind of stalled from there. And kind of came down, let them get down into the red zone and forced a field goal, which was positive, and really needed to come back as an offense at this point and take advantage of it. We had great field position. Our kick return team and Mike Matheson did a great job putting us in great position all game, and unfortunately just didn't get that done. But here's a great example of our punt team getting a great punt, going down and covering, making a big play for us in the kicking game.
As you said, they lead it, Coach, 3-0. We pick up action. They're leading 17-0. But I don't know if we're going to show the play. I thought one of the big turning points of the game came in that first half. It was a bad snap from center. Cato gets picked, and mentally that took a lot out of your team.
That was a big play. Unfortunately we had a low snap. It rolled back to the quarterback, and then his pre-snap look told him one thing, and his eyes came off of that to field the snap, and they dropped the defensive end out into coverage, and Cato threw it right to him. Unfortunately, it was a tough play, and it was a huge play in that game.
Of course, Jerry Fitchen hits a 40-yard field goal, and it's now 20-3 and 27-3, and you come back late in the first half, Coach, with a positive play and a touchdown.
Yeah, this was big. Being able to put together a drive at the end of the half in a 2-minute situation and to finish with a touchdown was huge. Huge for us to really kind of put ourselves back in position in this game. Unfortunately, earlier we did have that fourth down that we converted on that field goal drive that would have put us first down at the 15, and we had a penalty on that play, illegal procedure, weren't aligned properly, and that had to come back. So some things, some small things here and there that we are able to execute at a higher level. It's a much tighter game at halftime.
We're taking 3 looks at that touchdown pass, Coach, from Cato to Maverick Wolfley. He came in the back of the end zone, and we're going to see it from the end zone camera right here. Breaks open, nice pass, nice catch.
Yeah, it was a great job, really great play by everybody involved. I think everybody did their part on that play, and Cato went through his progression, and it led him to Maverick, who ran a great route and made a great play at the back of the end zone.
We're down, Coach, at the half, but we come up with a positive play at the end of half. That's always big going in the locker room, talking about something positive has happened.
No, it's critical. And again, just being able to score at the end of the half is really important, and particularly with Central Michigan coming out with the ball, it was really important that we went down the field and put some points on the board. So that was a positive for our offense, was their execution in that 2-minute and a half situation, and as well as just overall red area execution. We scored 3 touchdowns in the red zone. We were 4 for 4 scoring. So red zone offense has been solid for us.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, the takeaway pencil. Boy, they're getting national publicity about the Zips and the takeaway pencil. We're going to learn all about that story and more right after this.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie-cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
The University of Akron is more than a college or campus.
It's a connection to the community.
To the thousands of opportunities right here in Northeast Ohio.
And to the partnerships with employers and organizations.
Like the LeBron James Family Foundation, where we connect kids to life-changing possibilities.
It's the strength of UA, this city, and these connections.
It's where students make an impact on their community and in the world.
While still making an impact
in the classroom,
on the track,
in the boardroom,
and in my community.
That's what makes us the University of Akron.
Welcome back to Zips Football Weekly with head coach Tom Arth. It's time for our weekly feature. And coach, the takeaway pencil getting national publicity. Did you ever think it would get to this type of feature report or not?
No, never, never at all. Obviously we love what it stands for and what it represents to our team and especially to our defense. But to get the publicity that he has is surprising, but we'll take it. We'll take it. All publicity is good publicity.
Exactly. Right now, let's get the full story of the University of Akron takeaway pencil.
A pencil with its pointy graphite tip, yellow body, and an eraser to fix any mistakes. It's the perfect writing utensil. But here at the University of Akron, a pencil is a little added incentive for the members of the Zips defense.
Well, we call it the takeaway pencil, simply because like any time in life, like you're never given anything. And when you think of a turnover, you think of the offensive standpoint, turning the ball over to the defense. We don't like to think that anybody gives us anything. We like everything earned. So like when it comes to takeaways, attacking the football and everything we do, we're taking the ball away from the offense. So just really the language we use within our organization to really emphasize what we want to do defensively and attacking the football.
It comes as a reward for a turnover, but the bigger picture of it is our foundation as a defense. It's what we're built on. So it's like pencil stands for the 5 Ps. And the 5 Ps, it starts with preparation, practice, play, production, and people.
As a defensive staff, we sat down and, we were brainstorming. We talked about some of the things that were important to us. To me, like a number 2 pencil is like the most fundamental thing you can find. I was born in 1981, dating myself at 38 years of age, and I'm pretty sure the number 2 pencils in 1981 are the same as they are in 2019. So, like, for me, when you have that kind of fundamental foundation and it carries over all these years, you've got something that's built to last. So that's where the number 2 pencil came from. And then like everything else came off of it, like everything from the 5 Ps that you obviously some of the players have talked about.
Actually, I did not think it was gonna blow up like that. I get to the locker room and everybody's like running up to my locker and like, "You're viral right now. Did you open your phone? It's on ESPN. Answer to Miami's turnover chain." It actually is better to me. It's not a gimmick. It's not a gimmick. It's our foundation.
They are who they are, what they do in South Florida. But like for me, it was more about like, you know, the things we're instilling in our kids, the foundation that we're building, you know, and the pencil to me, I mean, I'd be crazy to tell you that I thought it was going to blow up the way it did, but I knew it would last and it would mean something to our kids in the end. I told the guys, you know, myself, Coach Arth, a lot of coaches on this staff have been a part of other programs and built something, you know, and the example I can give you is the example of Coach Arth when he was at John Carroll. You know, they took over in like 2013. All right, and that team actually built the foundation and went to the playoffs for the first time, you know, and whatever. Okay, and then in 15 and 16 they were really, really good, right? Or 14, 15, 16, right? So like when you build a program, all people talk about is like that third or fourth year when it's like really, really at where it's supposed to be. But nobody ever talks about the team that built the foundation. So when we talked about writing our story, I said, one thing we're not gonna forget is the group that built this. So whenever you guys come back in 2 to 3 years and this thing is rolling at a high level, we're gonna look back to the guys that built it. And that's what it's about. Because nobody ever talks about the guys that built it. Everybody just wants to see the process and result.
That point is just MAC championship. We want to go all the way. This is just a small stepping stool to get us to bigger accomplishments.
Coach, can you confirm that the player that has the most takeaways during the season is going to get to keep that pencil?
Absolutely, I can confirm that.
Well, hopefully there's a ton of competition for that. It's a nice pencil, and I'm sure there's a lot of players would love to take that home.
Absolutely.
There you go. Hey, we're going to take a break, come back with second half highlights as the Zips take on Central Michigan this past Saturday. We'll be right back.
Roman was born with a hole in his heart. But thanks to the experts at Summa who found the problem and fixed it quickly, he's feeling 26 again. Not 76. Minimally invasive heart procedures, many performed in under 2 hours. Summa Health, vital for getting back in the game and more.
Cheers to a drink with fewer calories and carbs than a glass of white wine. What are you holding? Miller Lite. Hold true. Miller Lite is brewed for great taste with only 96 calories and 0 grams of sugar. So when one's done, it's the perfect time to start another. Miller Lite. Hold true.
Welcome back to Zips Football Weekly with head coach Tom Arth. We're playing football up at Central Michigan. It's time for second half highlights. And coach, not much scoring in that third quarter. They get a field goal. We'll go into the fourth quarter, and things are going to tighten up a little bit. So we're going to show that onside kick with a chance to really make things interesting.
Yeah, you know, I thought, again, we kept believing, kept fighting. We're able to come up with some stops, you know, in the second half that gave our offense an opportunity to get good field position, to go down and put some points up on the board to really make it interesting. And again, you got to give our team a lot of credit to continue to fight and to continue to, you know, to answer the call. Was really good to see.
Good defense here by the middle of the Zip defense. John Lako, again, we're going to show him with the turnover, but boy, he was all over the place again.
He was. John played a great game for us, and again, he's one of the leaders of our team and is an extremely hard worker and shows up every Saturday ready to play his best.
I think we're going to show what I think was one of the Zips' better possessions. Cato connects on 7 passes in this drive, coach, including you go for it on 4th and 11 at the 48. Nice pass to Andre Williams for 20 yards, so offense is clicking.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think that you know, we got some good things we did in the game, but again, for us to play at a high level, we just need to be more consistent. That's been the one area, you know, that has really plagued this team for the last, you know, since we've been here, you know, through the spring, and there's a lot of corrections that we have to make, a lot of areas that we need to improve, and I think our guys are determined to do that because we can be a good football team, we can be a good offense if we can just, you know, eliminate the self-inflicted wounds that have really hurt us all season long.
Nice pass out of the backfield to Brandon Junk coming out of that I formation, and they score. And things are going to get interesting, Coach. Central Michigan scores again. It's 38-17. We're going to show the touchdown pass to Nate Stewart in a minute, then the onside kick. But the Zips coming fighting back after Laco gets the turnover.
That was a huge play. That was really a big play for our team. You get Michael Scott with a great strip attempt. Laco, able to pick it up and advance the football, and then for our offense to be able to come out and put a drive together, convert some third downs, convert some fourth downs, and ultimately, punch it in was really exciting.
You line Burkhardt up in the slot at in there, I think, for a first down, and now another big pass right down the middle of the field. That's Stewart at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that was a big play, third down, and then obviously finishing up the drive. Nate, kind of a fade from the slot position.
Here's the onside kick. Second time this year that Smeagol has really done a great job. This time you get the onside kick.
Yeah, it was awesome. Again, a great kick, executed really well. And the thing about that play is, the offense had just come off of a long drive. Dusty Burkhardt had played a bunch of plays on that drive, and Alvin came in and took his spot, in that play to help him. And lo and behold, Dusty ends up getting the ball.
I talked to Corey Smeagol on the sidelines, told him what a great job it was last week against UAB in the onside kick, and he says, thanks, but I hope I never have to do that again. Lo and behold, He comes up with another good one. That's going to be a weapon for you. Hopefully not too often, though.
Yeah, maybe we'll pull it out in a surprise situation.
I like that idea. I really do. Hey, we're going to take a break, come back with our Players of the Week, our Play of the Week, and a scouting report on the Troy Trojans. So don't go away. We're back after this.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
Now it's time to announce our Player of the Game, and the Play of the Game brought to you each week by the Wentz Financial Group. And our Player of the Week, no surprise, it is junior quarterback Cato Nelson. And Cato was 26 for 42, Coach. Had 241 yards, 3 TDs, also ran for a net of 33. He was under pressure a lot all game long. I thought he did a good job.
Cato did. Cato is proven to play with great toughness. Able to stand in the pocket, take some shots, deliver some accurate throws, and was really proud of him and proud of his progress that he's made, in our offense. And there's certainly some things that we're going to continue to work on, and areas where he can continue to improve. But he's given us a great chance right now offensively, and he's making a lot. Sometimes out of nothing. Yeah. That's extending some drives for us and getting some drives started. To be honest.
There are a few design plays for him, Coach. You'll run him out there to the left, maybe after going right a few times, and try and get their defense looking the other way. So he has the ability to get some plays with his legs.
He does, and I think that's one of his greatest strengths. And I think it's also something that he has to realize that not to rely on that all the time, and to realize that hey, we can get the ball out of our hands, we can get some easy completions, we can take some of the hits off of you, and I think that's going to be the biggest thing for Cato in his development throughout this season is realizing that, because we know he's an exceptional weapon as a football player, and getting outside the pocket and scramble and run situations. And I think for him to take that next step as a quarterback is to be more confident in the pocket and to make those tight throws and get some completions and get some positive yardage that way.
Right now it's time to look back at our play of the game, and as the third touchdown pass by quarterback Cato Nelson, it was to Nate Stewart. And Coach, a nice touch on that fade pass in the left corner of the end zone. Now that's not easy to do, and that was a perfect throw. It
was, and again, a big play. Great drive coming back, being able to get this within 2 scores. And Cato saw a great look in the coverage. He knew that was one of his options on the play. Nate ran a great route, and Cato delivered an accurate pass.
Coach, I'm sure in your long tenure as a quarterback, you've thrown a lot of those fades into the end zone. Is that a tough pass to complete or not?
You know, it is. It's not easy. I don't know if there is an easy completion out there, but the fade it can be a great play, and you get big wide receivers, guys like Nate Stewart, you know, that you feel have a height advantage and a leaping advantage over, you know, who's guarding them. It's important to be able to make those plays, and it makes your red zone offense a lot better and a lot easier to game plan.
Exactly. As we said, the Zips are back home this Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock kickoff. It's a non-conference game. Hope to see a lot of Zip fans out there. The Troy Trojans come in. Good football team, Coach. They're coming off a tough loss to Southern Miss, but they showed a lot of potential, especially offensively.
Yeah, you know, they are a very good football team. You know, I think similar to UAB and the success that they've had, and have a great tradition of success. So this is a team, you know, coming in that's obviously, you know, playing at a high level. You know, they played a very talented Southern Miss team, and it was a high-scoring game, and, you know, back and forth throughout that game. But, you know, we're going to have our work cut out for us. They're very fast, very athletic team. That knows what it takes to be successful. So it'd be a great challenge for us, I think, in all three phases, offensively, defensively, and special teams, to continue to improve and to come out and you know, and be very successful this weekend.
Coach, how do you compare them to UAB? I thought UAB was very good. How does Troy compare to those guys?
You know, it's hard to compare. I think just in terms of the program and the success of the program, I think you know, is comparable. You know, UAB may have been a little bit bigger. You know, it's hard to say, you know, at this point, but, you know, I think the athleticism and the overall team speed of Troy, you know, is really impressive. So it'll be great. You know, it'll be great for us to have that opportunity to go up against a team like Troy.
Not a lot of fans know this, but Troy in the past 3 years has the 8th most wins of the Division I football team. Coach, I think they've got 31 wins over the last 3 years. And you mentioned their program. A lot of people don't know about Troy, but they're one of those teams that if you don't know them, they can come up and burn you. They're very good.
They are very good, and, you know, certainly being in the South the last couple of years, you know, very well aware of UAB's success, very well aware of Troy's success, and have a lot of respect for Coach Neil Brown and what he did, you know, to building that program. And now with Chip Lindsey being there, just an extremely successful coach everywhere he's been, and I know that program is going to continue to be successful.
We've seen some good quarterbacks against the Zips already this year. You're going to see another one Saturday afternoon. He's a senior quarterback, Caleb Barker. Against Southern Miss, he was 29 of 43, 504 yards, 4 TDs. Coach, I think he had 4 different receivers with over 100 yards.
Yeah, they're an impressive team. You know, they drop back and they sling it around all over the field, and they have the talented playmakers to do that. So it'll be great for us. It'll be great for our defense and our D-line to, you know, hopefully get a great pass rush, our DBs to be challenged in the secondary and in our coverage responsibilities. And, you know, I think you still have to be conscious of their rushing attack. They still ran for over 100 yards in that game as well. So it's a team that can really beat you a number of different ways, and it's going to take a full team effort and consistent play in all phases of the game.
Coach, what improvements do you want to see in your football team this week? As you mentioned, a couple fourth-quarter touchdowns made things interesting. What improvement you want to see for Troy?
You know, the biggest thing for us right now is to really focus on our team and focus on our execution and our responsibilities within the scheme. So, you know, I think a lot of what we're seeing offensively, defensively, are some self-inflicted errors, some things that we can put on, and you can take the opponent away, and we can just be out there running plays on air, and we're not successful. You know, in doing that, because we're making some unforced errors. So that's the biggest thing that our team needs to realize, and we spent some time talking about it today, and we showed examples of it, of when we don't have self-inflicted wounds on the play, of what it can look like. And I think I think that'll be powerful for our team going forward. And if we can do that, I think we'll put ourselves in great position.
There you go. As we said, a 3 o'clock kickoff Saturday afternoon. Hey, they're going to give away 3,000 number 2 pencils, courtesy of the University of Akron. The takeaway pencil getting popular all over the area. So if you need a new number 2 pencil, be one of the first 3,000 fans to jump in the InfoCision Stadium and grab yourself a pencil. For head coach Tom Arth, I'm Joe Dunn. We'll see you Saturday at InfoCision Stadium. And as always, remember, go Zips.
Zips Football Weekly with Tom Arth. Presented by Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime. Hosted by Joe Dunn. Contributing partners include Summa Health, it's your health, let's own it together. Miller Lite, it's Miller time. Hilton Akron Fairlawn, proud to be the host hotel of Zips football. And the Spaghetti Warehouse, famous for its 15-layer lasagna.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield IMG College. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of Learfield IMG College.